Good day, everyone. My courtesy to our professor, Dr. Jose Antonio Gontalidad. Doc, this is my journal review. The title is Lower Secondary Intended Curricula of Science Subjects and Mathematics, a comparison of the Czech Republic, Estonia, Poland, and Slovenia. The authors are Petra Kakobsky, Teresa Jedlikova, Vadim Koba, Marie Snitova, Petra Soriknokova, Matej Verel, and Eva Stratilova Orvakova. This study was all about the shifting of curriculum reform of these four countries. These countries were chosen according to the following criteria. Number 1, showing significantly better results in international surveys such as PISA, Program for International Student Assessment. Number 2, having a similar cultural and historical background. Changes in the education systems of the Czech Republic, Estonia, Poland, and Slovenia had paralleled to their historical events. Before the collapse of communistic regimes in the 1990s, education in these countries focused on factual cognition and transmissive teaching methods, failing to address environmental issues or doing so merely by chance and always under a political ideology. Poland, Slovenia, and Estonia, they rank regularly significantly above the OECD average in science and mathematics compared to Czech Republic, which differs non-significantly. Overview of the problem. Challenges of modern globalization. Each Ministry of Education sets national curricula or framework on educational programs. ZEC is currently revising national curriculum, suggesting a major modification of years of minor changes because of the challenges of the modern globalized society and have major implications in the design of national curricula. Developing the ICT skills and technology proficiency. These curricula should be extensively revised to provide students with ample opportunities for practical activities. Lack of learning outcomes. A complex requiring more than type of knowledge, low percentage of complex learning outcomes across all subjects, which is the most characteristic features of the Slovenian curricula explicitly requiring the use of ICT, experimental or fieldwork, or data analysis. Cognitive demands. It was found out the differences in cognitive demands across subjects and countries. Specific features of four countries' curricula. The Czech Republic primary and lower secondary systems are mostly single-structured and term basic education. Estonian curriculum was divided into separate frameworks for lower and upper secondary education in 2011. Poland has implemented the single structure education framework covering ISCED. Slovenian education is also single structure. The curriculum is available as hypertexts and consists of a brief general section followed by subject curricula. Research methods. Research design. Standalone method. This technique is most often used for triangulation during qualitative research. Extracted obligatory learning outcomes. its term expected outcome in the learning objectives. The learning outcomes were analyzed during the multi-level coding process using RBT. Coding rules. Outcomes were coded accordingly to the type of knowledge, conceptual, procedural, and metacognitive, and to the cognitive process. Understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Learning outcomes were collected in a coding agenda for reliability. Respondents and participants were the pupils of Czech Republic, Estonian, Polish, and Slovenian in a lower secondary level. Data analysis. Deductive category application approach. There was no interdisciplinary overlaps between learning outcomes beyond the field of natural sciences and mathematics. Results. Clear differences in the typical structure. The most conspicuous differences among these countries is their extent. Systematic differences among countries. It was found out that there was no significant systematic difference among countries. Cognitive process evaluate and create. The two highest levels of cognitive process, evaluate and create, are very rare, less than 10%, most often even less 5% of learning outcomes across subjects and countries. Explicit incorporating cross-curricular demands. Using the ICT working with data and conducting experiments, practical and fieldwork into each subject while specifying learning outcomes in the ZEC curriculum. Describing these demands and their importance only in the general sections of national curricula is not enough for teachers or textbooks authors to take them into account in their work. Slovenian physics and chemistry curricula, which specify the learning outcomes that should be achieved, experimentally emerge as paradigmatic examples of goal educational guidelines. Personal insights and reflection. To improve one's educational system, it needs to study other developing countries' methods and strategies as on how they cope different challenges in their educational system. A thorough study will help to determine the needs of every learner in achieving the goals and objectives presented in the curriculum. That's all my journal review. This is Maria Teresa V. Abo saying thank you very much for listening.